Mark Schlereth, handsome sumbitch. Love that guy.
Way too high. I mean, I wouldn't even have him in my top 10.
A guard at number 4? Jeez, I think even Mark might have an issue with a guard being number 4. I'm not saying Mark Schlereth shouldn't be on the list. I'm not saying that. 4? More important than DMac, huh? Okay.
I mean, that's way too low. I should have been higher than that. No, I mean, come on. Eddie McCaffrey was better. I appreciate that. It was really nice. We had great offensive lines. And I was just proud to be a part of those offensive lines. So I'm honored to be number 4. That's a huge honor.
There's no way Schlereth should be ahead of McCaffrey. I mean, Mark will be mad because I love Mark Schlereth. There's no way a guard can be ahead of a receiver on that list. Did Mark do this list? Who did this list?
Mark Schlereth blocked for so many great running backs, and he was so strong at the point of attack. He was such a unique player because of his inability really to move out laterally, but going straight. The guy in the phone booth was a beast, and I just love watching him destroy people on a week in, week out basis. You know, it was funny playing with Stink because Stink couldn't do the conditioning drill that we were doing after practice. He would just ride the bike and they would just take care of him so they could just get him to Sunday. And like he says all the time, Sundays were for him to dispense justice.
Mark Schlereth would be Mr. Dirty Work. Holding, tripping, grabbing, Vaseline on the arms, silicone on the jersey. If there was any possible way he could find the tiniest advantage for his unathletic, surgery-prone self, he would take it. When I watch those old tapes, it's laughable how blatant the holding was. But so often, he was on the backside of runs. They ran to the front side, and he'd be on the backside. And like every football fan, every football player, your eyes follow the play to the front side. The ref's eyes would follow the play to the front side. Mark would grab and pull you down. Ref's eyes didn't see it. TD would cut back. 60 yards later, Broncos touchdown. You're like, this is ridiculous. It got to the point where, before the game even started, I am talking to the whole officiating crew. Watch that guy right there.
I thought his signing really shifted the balance of power. In the AFC generally, in the AFC West in particular, you had a smart player who was tough, who would play with injuries that would keep other players out for months. Even offensive linemen were the toughest of the tough. He was smart, he was tough, he was there for every game. He played in situations in which he had no business playing. He wasn't the most talented guard in the league. He won't make any all-decade teams, but he belongs on the Bronco all-time team at guard, no question about it.
He was maybe one of the most consistent players that was on that football team, and a big part of the reason why Terrell Davis had so much success that he had. Mark Schlereth absolutely deserves to be number 4 on this list.
Mark came along at the right time for this team that was on the cusp of having the pieces in place to be able to win, but brought that knowledge, that understanding, that know-how of what it takes to be a Super Bowl team.
I covered Mark Schlereth in his career. This guy played in pain. I mean, he'd have knee surgery on a Saturday, and he's like out there on 3 days later. And it's not mythical stuff. This stuff really happened. I was covering those teams.
I owe a lot of my success here in Denver to Mike Shanahan and to Alex Gibbs. Because had I continued to play in the style, in the system that I played in Washington, I wouldn't have lasted another 2 years.
Schlereth, I got to be honest, that's way too high. Way too high. I thought he should have been outside the top 10. Probably a little bit, Dawkins, Lynch, and then Schlereth should have been behind those two. So a little bit surprised by that for Schlereth. I don't have anything good to say about him.